Bradshaw again. Paxson realizes he can get Bradshaw hung up where he's trying to steal the ball and get free. There he is right there.
Paxson rattles it in, and Notre Dame leads 4-2. First points for Paxson.
You know, Al, I think a lot of teams ought to take advantage of Bradshaw. He's always out trying to steal. He leaves his man. You get a guy as good as Paxson, he's going to burn him.
Well, Dill will usually pick up when Paxson overplays.
Grubbs is open. And a foul on Andre of Notre Dame as Grubbs tried the shot.
Surprising matchup, Billy, as you said earlier. Here we go.
Here we're going to see Grubbs coming around, taking the jumper. That's the one thing that's so tough when you play a club like DePaul, is to try to play a funny type defense, because every guy on the team is capable of having a 20-point night.
Well, what I think is going to happen here, they're eventually going to get the ball into Mark Aguirre, and he will put Orlando in foul trouble. Down the other end, Kelly Tripucka will put Aguirre in foul trouble.
Grubbs has all 4 DePaul points, and we're even at 4. 2 minutes, 15 seconds have been played.
Zone pressure that time, 2-2-1 with Cummings all the way back.
Tripucka and Notre Dame in front, 6-4 on the first points for Kelly Tripucka.
That young man did not make some All-American teams. I think he's the most underrated player in college basketball. Been great in every big game Notre Dame's had this year.
He's been great for 4 years. He's averaged double figures for 4 years.
And with that basket, Tripucka's moved up on the all-time scoring list. Dillard ties it for DePaul at 6.
Great man-to-man, good cut.
Tripucka scores again. He has passed Bob Arnson into the all-time list for the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. Austin Carr, Adrian Danley, Tom Hawkins, and now Kelly Tripucka, the top 4 scorers all time in Notre Dame history.
As you can see, they've got a little diamond right there.
And there's the second foul on Tim Andre of Notre Dame.
Little diamond right there. They've got Woolridge playing Aguirre. The other 4 fellas are playing a little zone and matching up in that zone.
The Fighting Irish comment.
Watch Woolridge. He'll follow Aguirre no matter where he goes.
His second.
Inside, wide open Aguirre. His first basket, and it's tied at 8.
Man-to-man.
Why is he playing man-to-man? The time before, they should have got a layup, but Cummings walked. You can't play man-to-man against the ball being taken out under the basket. No way.
Here's DePaul in the zone for the first time.
Coach Digger Phelps was critical of you saying things like that in past performances.
I can't be your friend and your flatterer, too.
Jackson, Grubbs with the block and the control. Here come the Demons and the crowd spurring them on. Open is Grubbs, and he pulled it short. Jackson rebounds for Notre Dame. Tied at 8. Here come the Irish. Paxson down the lane. Great feed, and then Tripucka had it knocked away. It's 2 Notre Dame.
John Paxson is some ball player. Only a sophomore. Wow.
Classic Sports Inside the Red Zone is brought to you by Coca-Cola Classic. Get in on the action. Play Coca-Cola. Another incredible finish inside the Red Zone.
Like a rock, I was strong as I could be. Like a rock, nothing ever got to me.
As the years go by, some slow down and take it easy. Some don't.
Like a rock,
Chevy, the most dependable, longest-lasting trucks on the road.
like a rock.
We all inhabit a place that frankly gets on our nerves. We gotta get out of that place. And a celebrity cruise can get us out of that place. Celebrity Cruises, exceeding expectations. Awarded 5 stars by Fieldings and the top premium cruise line rating by Berlitz.
And now back to Phi Beta Classics on Classic Sports Network.
4 minutes gone. DePaul and Notre Dame tied at 8. The Irish break huddle. Here's that all-time list of Notre Dame top scorers. Austin Carr, then Adrian Dantley, Tom Hawkins, and now Tripucka has moved into the number 4 spot. Notre Dame's ball.
There's Randolph into the ball game right now. So that gives him an entirely different look.
And another turnover. Bernard Randolph wears number 22 for DePaul.
What happened that time is DePaul changed his defense, went to his zone on the out-of-bounds ball.
Dillard brings it up. With the Irish in his zone, Randolph, a good shooter, inserted into the game.
They showed zone Dickman man-to-man first time today.
Dillard can't hit. Rebound for Tripucka. The Irish on the run. Jackson. And a foul.
He's so strong going up inside. Going to be on Dillard trying to reach in. He just held his ground and powered right through for the jumper.
Here it is again.
Jackson likes to pull up. You very seldom see him take it all the way to the hoop. But watch him right here. He just powered the ball right on through. Dillard couldn't hold his ground. Dillard's not exactly a weakling himself.
Well, Dillard comes in at 6'2", and Jackson, they got down at 6'6".
Jackson averaging nearly 13 points a game, looking for his first today. It remains tied at 8. He's hitting 71% from the line.
But Dick, the thing interesting, he's only been to the line 55 times all year. It shows you he's going to pull up and take the jumper. So a player defensively ought to make him keep that ball on the ground. Make him go to the hoop.
9-8 Notre Dame. DePaul has not led in this early going. Game has been tied.
Now back to the zone concept again now. In fact, it's a straight zone.
Much like the game between Notre Dame and Virginia a couple of weeks ago, the game's been tied at 2, 4, 6, and 8.
What they're doing on that baseline, they're verbally passing Mark Aguirre along. You can catch it by the cameras. Mark Aguirre moves, they verbally pass him on to the next man.
Aguirre deep in the corner, can't hit it, but it comes out to Dillard. A break for the Blue Demons. That's Randolph, way off the mark. Andre tipped it to Paxson.
Oh, that's a good rebound by Andre because he was blocked out. Did a nice job getting his hands on it.
Tripucka inside to Woolridge. He scores and he is fouled by Cummings.
Give Kelly credit there on that bounce pass. Beautiful.
This Notre Dame team is quite a veteran club to have those 3 fellas leading them in scoring and rebounding. Minutes, with the exception of Paxson, minutes played, been around a long time together.
And here's the man at the line, gentlemen, who thrilled a big crowd 2 weeks ago with that fall-away jumper with 2 seconds left to upset Virginia. He can't hit the three-point play and remains 11-8 Notre Dame. Aguirre, Randolph with a good fake, and that leaves Aguirre open. Can't hit.
He pulled the string on that one.
Tripucka rebounds for Notre Dame.
You see Mark going down the court trying to make his wrist work properly. He really pulled the string on it. Straight zone now. 1-2-2.
Reminder, we'll be picking our most valuable player, $1,000 awarded to the university from Chevrolet. That'll be announced, of course, later in the game. And stay with us. Right after the conclusion of the game, we'll have the announcement of the pairings. Andre alone, and Notre Dame builds a 5-point lead at 13-8.
Give that guy some credit on the sidelines there. That was well conceived.
Excellent teamwork that time. Beautiful. Looked like Oregon State.
Keep changing these defenses. Now it's kind of a 1-3-1 setup.
Aguirre inside.
When he's in the paint, put it in the book.
Mark Aguirre has 4 points. 67-year-old Ray Meyer. How many fans around this country cheering for the grand man of basketball to get to that Final Four again?
Now man-to-man.
Tripucka banks it home. 15-10. Tripucka has 6.
Ray Meyer trying to figure out how to stop Notre Dame. They're playing so well. Everything they do, they recognize the defenses, get the shots off properly.
Outstanding athletes out there.
Bradshaw up the alley. Scores! First points for Bradshaw. 15-12, Notre Dame with the lead and the ball. We played 7 minutes.
They're going to give Randolph an education today if you want to stay on him.
Randolph, a slapping foul. And Notre Dame will play it on the side. First foul for Randolph. Each side with 2 team fouls.
You know, Dick, there's so many different philosophies about changing defenses. Bobby Knight's example says, hey, we play one solid defense and have certain tendencies with it. Digger changes defenses so much that it confuses the offense. I don't see how the kids keep up with it, though, as well as they do.
Andre left alone again. They're working the ball inside to Andre, and DePaul appears to be surprised he's getting the ball so often.
Kelly Tripuk is drawing a man off him. He dumped it off 3 times now for 6 points.
Randolph can't hit. Cummings is fouled by Andre, and that's his 3rd foul, and that hurts the Irish.
Not really, Dick, because Joe Klein can come in and neutralize just about the same way. He's like a Clydesdale. Both of them, they split 10 fouls. They usually split about playing time, with Tim Andre playing a little bit more.
But Andre seemed to be off to a good start offensively, and you can see how reluctant he is to sit down, and Digger Phelps wincing in pain as he heard that whistle. Inside to Aguirre, works on Klein immediately. Not there, and Tracy Jackson with a rebound. Here comes Tripucka against Randolph.
Nice.
Misses the layup. Klein misses. And it's Randolph the other way, knocked away by Jackson of Notre Dame.
And it sells into a foot race that time. Looked like a track meet.
It might help DePaul to get into a little running meet right now because offensively in their half-court offense, they can't adjust to all these different things that Notre Dame's been doing. Back to man out of bounds, Al. Got away with it that time.
Bradshaw inside to Randolph, and Tripucka steals it for Notre Dame. 17-12, the Irish lead. Once beaten DePaul, their only loss was by 1 point to Old Dominion in the middle of the year. No unbeaten teams in college basketball this season. Paxson is open and hits. The biggest lead for the Irish at 7.
They really are in control of this ball game early. They really know what they're doing offensively and defensively. Aguirre hadn't been able to figure out what they do. Each time down the court, it's been something different. There he is again, confused.
Traveling against Aguirre as he was trying to maneuver around Woolridge. Timeout with 11 minutes and 38 seconds remaining in this first half. Ray Meyer's Demons find themselves down by 7.
Tripucka might have charged a little bit there. Cummings didn't go down. Paxson, who plays so well against the man-to-man defense, scores much more.
We'll return in a moment to Phi Beta Classics on Classic Sports Network.
They were one of the greatest teams in football history, a dynasty lasting 9 seasons. Who is this legendary powerhouse?
Hi, I'm Tom Brookshire. And I'm Pat Summerall.
Every Wednesday night, review a classic week of games from the 1960s and 70s as Pat and Tom profile the toughest matchups and key players. Plus,
we'll be showing you all the best pro football action. I'll say no more.
Watch This Week in Pro Football, Wednesday at 10, only on Classic Sports.
We all reside in a place where people can reach us at 3 in the morning. We gotta get out of that place. And a celebrity cruise can get us out of that place. Celebrity Cruises, exceeding expectations. Awarded 5 stars by Fieldings and the top premium cruise line rating by Berlitz.
If I ran the post office, there'd be a way to send paperwork and merchandise overseas that gets attention. Something that says, open me. I'm important. But it's gotta save money, real money. And go to all my key markets. Plus it would have value, be reliable, and fast.
Global Priority Mail. It's happening at your U.S. Postal Service. We deliver.
Your heart's pounding, adrenaline's pumping.
They light you up?
and you go.
We asked some of Hollywood's hottest stuntmen to switch antiperspirants and try Degree.
What's body heat activate? Probably means when you get warm, that it starts working.
As your body heat rises, Degree releases extra protection when you need it most.
I heated up, and it cooled me down. I was on fire, and I was dry.
I don't want my guys to see me sweat. This stuff kept up, even in 40-foot high fireballs. Dry as a baby.
Body heat activated Degree. Your body heat turns it on.
Mom's calling Enterprise Rent-A-Car because our car is sick.
Enterprise will arrange to pick you up.
Wow!
Drive you to our place and get you on your way.
Everybody loves to be picked up.
Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Look, I'm in the stock market for one reason, to make money. I pick the stocks, I make the decisions, so all I want from a broker is a low fee. At Trading Direct, it's just $9.95 per transaction up to 5,000 shares. $9.95. And there's no minimum to open an account. And they don't have any hidden costs, like mail or processing fees, no phone charges. They don't nickel and dime you to death. $9.95 covers everything. You see, Trading Direct is the electronic division of York Securities. York has been a member of the New York Stock Exchange and SIPC since 1979. That's important to me. And since my transactions are totally electronic, I get to place my order whenever I want. Not exactly a disadvantage. So I'm not sitting on hold while my stock is moving. Trading is fast, secure. Listen, I'm not paying for an image. I'm paying for results. And with Trading Direct, I get it for $9.95. You should give them a call or visit their website.
Strike up the band, college football fans. Classic Sports is giving you a reason for celebration with the greatest names and players in the history of higher education. All the traditions, all the legends, and all the passion. Every Friday night, it's Smash Mouth in your face football. So hit the books and look up the words Dynasty, Intensity, and Hail Mary. Phi Beta football, it's a rush. Catch Michigan and Notre Dame in a 90 clash Friday at 7. You're watching Phi Beta Classics on Classic Sports Network.
11:38 remaining in this first half. Notre Dame 19, DePaul 12, and the Irish have the ball.
Diga always plays his last regular season game on the road to get ready for the NCAA, because he says all the games in the NCAA are on the road.
Fine inside to Woolridge. He traveled.
Boy, he had position too.
I think he didn't know quite where the hoop was. He was afraid he was directly underneath it, and in taking that little step, he lost the possession.
He was also worried about the 3-second ball. He was in there quite a long time.
Grubbs outside. Cummings now moving outside. Bradshaw free. Boy, they're shooting cold from outside. Aguirre hustling for the rebound.
They were playing a box and one on Aguirre that time with Woolridge taking him. Showing so many different looks defensively. It's hard for Mark Aguirre to get himself the ball where he'd like it.
Cummings, or it's Grubbs. And he can't hit. Out of bounds to whom? To DePaul. They really seem tight on those jump shots, especially Bradshaw was so wide open.
What happens, they're wide open and they're measuring. You can't measure a shot, you gotta let it fly.
Knocked away by Tracy Jackson, but saved by Bradshaw. 19-12, Notre Dame leading DePaul. Dillard, he's way off.
Looked like a shades of the St. John game.
Yeah, that's rare, but I think they had to hit a couple of shots and they'll get back on the game.
Of course, they'd like to break Aguirre out, but Woolridge is such a good defensive player, and playing box and one type defenses, he's got help.
It's not really a box, I don't believe, Billy.
Trapuka scores, and he is fouled. Aguirre gets the foul, and Notre Dame has opened up a 21-12 lead.
What they're doing, they're playing Aguirre without the ball.
Here he comes, Aguirre on Trapuka, trying to pick up. Looked to me like a charge.
Aguirre would agree, Billy Packer, but the officials have ticketed Aguirre with his first foul, and at the line, Trapuka looking for his 9th point of the game. The Irish lead by 10 with 10 minutes, 14 seconds left in the half.
watching their playing without the ball. He gets in front of them.
They're playing a boxing one on him.
Cummings working hard for that shot. And it's Joe Klein for Notre Dame. Here come the Irish, 3-on-1. Oh, a beautiful steal by Bradshaw. And it's knocked away again by the Irish.
If DePaul scores here, that play by Bradshaw is the key play of the game so far. If DePaul scores here.
Aguirre on Woolridge inside. He scores. He's fouled.
You know why it's a key play? It made a difference between a 12-point spread and an 8-point spread.
4-point turnaround, as you said. Here's Bradshaw back there. Incredible anticipation because he had a 3-on-1 situation here where he was the only guy back.
And let's come back to the basket by Aguirre.
Aguirre's so tough when he gets it down low, and he came out of there after he made it right at that point saying, "Get me the ball."
Well, Woolridge got him back. Once you're playing back of Aguirre, it's Tap City.
Looking for his 7th point, the all-time score, DePaul history. 22-15 the score on the 3-point play by Aguirre.
Mark that spot, Dick, where Bradshaw stole the ball.
Alrighty. It came at the 9:32 mark.
With a 10-point spread on a fast break.
They're back in the zone press. They get Cummings all the way back. Not guarding the guy taking the ball out of bounds.
Paxson has had an outstanding year, this sophomore from Dayton, Ohio. Woolridge.
Nice.
The Klein. He scores it. Joe Klein, the freshman from Missouri, has his first points. Notre Dame leading by 9 points with 9 minutes left in the half.
Back to the box and one again.
Grubbs can't hit, and Klein rebounds. Cummings knocked it out of bounds.
That Klein is strong, isn't he?
I thought that shot selection was not a proper time.
Seems to me they got to figure out a way to get Mark Aguirre in the game offensively. When he's touched it, he's done well, but they just haven't had it in his hands very much.
The key they got to do is keep the ball out of Paxson's hands. Once he gets the ball, he got the rhythm now. Sets up Notre Dame, he dishes it off properly. He's the quarterback, the glue, obviously, of the team.
There's Aguirre fronting Woolridge with a steal.
He's going himself on this one.
And Paxson gets the foul.
Boy, for a big guy, he can handle that ball and move, can he?
First foul on Paxson of Notre Dame.
The Fighting Irish personal was on 23.
87 games Aguirre has played, 87 times in double figures. His low was 12, his high 47. And certainly one of the top candidates for the John Wooden Award as college basketball's outstanding player this year.
Surprisingly, Dick, he's big on the board, but no one talks about it. He averages 9 rebounds a game.
Those are big numbers, especially when Cummings has a little over 9 himself. Is also up there fighting to clean the glass.
And Grubbs also, you know, he really plays the third front line position.
24-16, 8 points now for Aguirre.
Got a good trap spot.
Get it back to Paxson.
Woolridge
puts it on the floor pretty well for a big guy too. Now they got Cummings on Trapuka, trying to get somebody to slow him down. Turned it over.
Yeah, he got away with it.
Paxson way off the mark. Bradshaw 2-on-2. Beautiful play by Bradshaw.
Oh, Dick, did you see him to the single to the guy to get into the left lane? Spread it out, open it up, and let me dish it off to you. Unbelievable.
And then the behind-the-back pass to Dillard. And Notre Dame's lead has been carved to 6. Bradshaw with another steal. And the foul's on Paxson of Notre Dame.
He absolutely stepped in that time.
And listen to this crowd.
They're going to see Bradshaw. Al, you made the point. There was that little hand motion. Get behind me, Skip. And he did it with the left hand. The right-handed player put it back there with the left hand. Super play.
Whole state of New Jersey got to be pleased with that guy.
Oh, that's pretty play.
We'll return in a moment to Phi Beta Classics on Classic Sports Network. This Classic Sports presentation is brought to you by Gateway 2000. Personalized computers shipped factory direct. Gateway 2000. You've got a friend in the business.
Most low-price computer ads include legal type, like this, to let you know about all the wonderful things you won't be getting with your computer. Now this system includes everything you need to get started: printer, monitor, and software. It's only $14.99 plus shipping and tax. And best of all, it's from Gateway. Gateway computers feature Intel Pentium processors. Call us at 1-800-GATEWAY and we'll build one for you.
She always did have a unique way of expressing herself.
The lines have a simple architectural look. I've never seen anything like it.
She's changed the whole category.
She had a vision.
American Express treats me like I'm one of a kind. If you're a card member, you're an original.
41 quick on 3. Break.
On Wednesday nights, we're bringing it back. The Mayhem. The Men. The Myths. The games you'll never forget.
Body throw.
Back to throw Montana. Steps up, throws.
Every Wednesday night as part of NFL Night at the Classics, the greatest moments in NFL history. Catch the NFL Throwbacks Game of the Week, Wednesday at 8:30 Eastern and Pacific, only on Classic Sports.
Legends Duel on Home Run Derby, only on Classic Sports Network.
And now back to Phi Beta Classics on Classic Sports Network.
Couple of heavyweights in college basketball feature today. Ray Meyer's DePaul team trailing Notre Dame and Digger Phelps at 24-18 with 7:41 left in the half.
Next foul is going to be a 1-and-1 for Notre Dame coming 7:40 to go. Got a little advantage there.
16 fouls, Notre Dame 4 for DePaul.
There's that diamond and one again, keeping Aguirre from handling that ball much.
And a steal by Notre Dame. Paxson comes up with it.
Teddy Grubb's a little bit out of sync out there today. He just can't get his hand on the ball.
Jackson inside. And Aguirre loses it out of bounds. Last touch by Woolridge.
Normally that shot by Tracy, you can usually say it's 2.
Yeah, as I said before, he's only been the foul line 50-some times. When you see him coming, you got to go right at him. Make him keep the ball on the ground. Don't let him pull up for the jumper. See how they've got double team on Aguirre?
Cummings hits. And Notre Dame's lead is cut to 4, 24-20.
That's going to have to happen because Aguirre really sandwiched in there.
First points for Cummings. Notre Dame led by 10, now down to 4.
That crowd's starting to get in the game, Dick.
It's a partisan DePaul audience. Trapuka, tough shot and a foul. Cummings with the arm, his second. You really like this young man, don't you, Al? Terry Cummings.
Oh, I think he's definitely an All-American. It's just, Clyde Bradshaw and Mark Aguirre get most of the attention. But Cummings, the next couple of years, he'll be there.
Stole by Teddy Grubbs. And a foul on Woolridge reaching in. And that's the 7th team foul against Notre Dame. DePaul in the bonus. Digger Phelps, who was a little critical of our broadcasting partners during the week, and he's going to have a chance to express himself at halftime. Ray Meyer, he'll do his critique of Messrs. Packer and McGuire.
Digger looking for another job.
Well, he's been doing a little color commentary, and I think he would like to do more of that. Bradshaw with a chance to whittle away at that lead. It's down to 3.
Al, I'm going to go back and say you're absolutely right. The big play of this game might turn out to be for the whole game was when Clyde Bradshaw broke up that 3-1 run.
Especially because it was going to go up to 12 points.
And 7 unanswered points for DePaul, and it's a 24-22 lead. 6.5 minutes remaining. Foul on Aguirre. He didn't like the call.
Well, you better be real careful. He's going to be getting a technical on top of it.
Everything but tears from McGuire.
I'll tell you, that official came real close to hitting him with one, which would have been a bad one to get because you're going to get the ball back.
24, Mark Aguirre.
I say hit him.
Yeah, there's a foul.
Oh, mother.
Tell you what, that's Academy Award stuff.
We got an Emmy right over here.
Man-to-man by DePaul. They stayed this way. The zone just didn't work too well.
Trabuca clear. Cummings rebounds.
Oh, what a pass. Wide.
Too high for Bradshaw.
And too hard. See, they're making
Oh, what a play.
And then Bradshaw threw it to Trabuca over and back. Trabuca, as he caught the ball, was leaving what was Notre Dame's front court. It's one of those unlucky breaks. Nothing to do about that.
Skip Dillard got his hand on the ball, which
You
created...
see it right here. This is an interesting play. See, they're making Jackson putting that ball on the floor. Bradshaw tries to get it going, and you're absolutely right, Dick. He did have possession of that ball in the front court and into the back.
Joe Klein loses it out of bounds. DePaul's ball, and they have a chance to tie it up. Notre Dame has not scored in more than 4 minutes.
Well, he probably could have got that ball if the Notre Dame cheerleaders hadn't been right in the way, but of course that's one of the breaks of the game.
Outside to Bradshaw, looking for the tying basket. Cummings against Klein. 24-24.
Terry, where'd you get that shot from? Wow.
He can shoot that jumper, and he extends so high with those hands of his.
9 points in a row for DePaul to tie it up. And it all began with Bradshaw's steal. Woolridge open. He pulled it up short. Out of bounds. No, saved by Aguirre. Here come the Demons. They have not led in this game. Bradshaw.
Beautiful.
Oh,
beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. Billy, he's the best guard in the country.
But do you like it?
I like it.
Why don't you sit back down in your chair?
Did you see what he did then?
Here he comes. You explain it.
No, I'm not going to. He goes through his legs here, okay? He goes up in the air, pulls the defensive man off, kicks it down to Dillard. That's all she wrote.
There was the through the legs deal, and he occupied 3 defensive player, almost 4.
We'll return in a moment to Phi Beta Classics on Classic Sports Network.
You tired of playing Twister with messy rope, tape, and twist ties? Then you need the Handy Bundler, the world's first endless tie wrap dispenser. No matter what the size, Handy Bundler tightens to a perfect fit every time. It's lightweight, fits comfortably in your hand, and secures anything as easy as 1, 2, 3. No more tangled rope, messy twist ties, and sticky tape. Now neatly wrap cable and TV wires for a better appearance. Tie garbage bags tight in seconds. Secure luggage to the car for safe travel. Look, ordinary tie wraps just aren't long enough, but the Handy Bundler's cord extends to any size. Large or small, it wraps them all. It's perfect to clean up newspapers. Wrap audio and speaker wires. Take Handy Bundler outdoors to support tomato plants. train ivy, or bundle an out-of-control garden hose. Keep one in your car for roadside repairs. You can even protect children from dangerous places. Take Handy Bundler to work to tame the wildest computer cables. Secure boxes for shipping. The Handy Bundler is ideal for crafts. Make your own dried flowers. Neatly store holiday lights. Decorate for any festive occasion. And the Handy Bundler is virtually indestructible. Even the law can use Handy Bundler to detain criminals. You'll find hundreds of uses for the Handy Bundler around the shop, at home, in the office, and on the job. Now, in this limited time offer, you get the Handy Bundler. Over 50 feet of durable nylon strapping that'll hold just about anything. And 100 locking clips, all for only $19.95. And it comes with this guarantee. Use Handy Bundler, and if you're not convinced it's the best tool ever, return it for a full refund of the purchase price. Order now.
Have your credit card ready and call 1-800-523-8338 or send $19.95 plus $5.95 shipping to Handy Bundler, P.O. Box 2987, Framingham, Massachusetts. For faster delivery, call 1-800-523-8338.
Voice of the NBA champion Bulls, Johnny Kerr, discusses his NBA All-Star career and what it's like seeing the greatest player ever on distant replay. Then two young All-Stars collide as Ryne Sandberg and the Cubs battle the Cardinals, led by Ozzie Smith in an extra-inning duel in '84. And at 10, future NBA star Mark Aguirre leads DePaul against Notre Dame and Orlando Woolridge in an '81 clash of future pros, tonight on Classic Sports Network. And now back to Phi Beta Classics on Classic Sports Network.
DePaul's Ray Myers, 67 years young. He was a captain at Notre Dame. He graduated with the Fighting Irish back in 1938. Let's go! This is his biggest year, perhaps, losing only once to Old Dominion, 63-62. He said, I really don't care if I win today, and it was hard to believe that. He said, you know, I'd rather be third or fourth in the nation. I'm not sure I want to go into the tournament ranked number one. But now that the game's begun, there's enough intensity there to start a forest fire on that DePaul bench.
You hear him say, let's go. He sounds like Geronimo.
New man in the ball game.
Bill Varner, number 34 with the ball for Notre Dame.
Boy, they're playing belly button on D now.
Yeah, you notice they got Woolridge now playing the center position. I'll be anxious to see what they do down the other end as they don't have the big man in the game.
The Irish were leading 24-15, and Tripucka can't hit. Cummings rebounds. Here comes Bradshaw. Oh, what a pass to Grubbs.
Just stay in your lane. He'll dish it off to you.
You know, Notre Dame was getting killed off the boards on the second shot. By now going to the smaller lineup, they're even at a bigger disadvantage.
Well, they got to get the ball more into Kelly Tripucka down low now.
13 points in a row for DePaul.
Nice point.
Aguirre blocked the shot, but Dillard had fouled earlier.
Nice head and shoulder fake by Tracy Jackson.
And that gives a chance for the Irish to break this scoring drought. They've gone over 5 minutes without a point.
You watch him put it on the floor. Now you know he's going to pull up. Dillard went up in the air. Even though Aguirre blocked it later, Dillard had pulled his arm down as he went through the twosome.
Jackson, a senior from Silver Spring, Maryland, completing his great career with the Irish. And that's the first time they've scored since Notre Dame led 24-15. It was at that point when Bradshaw made that great steal and denied the Irish on the fast break.
Let's see if Notre Dame presses right after this. They're going to drop back. They respect, I think, Bradshaw's handling ability so much that they don't want to go after him man to man. They got the zone pressure on.
It's a token. They're not really aggressive, Billy.
Yep. I think they really respect his talents.
4 minutes remaining in the half. 28-26. And Bradshaw scores himself. Well, he's been serving it up for everyone else. He figured he'd take a bite of the food himself.
On this corner, a local magazine, asked me to name the top 12 players in the Midwest. 6 of them are playing on this court.
A steal for Bradshaw, but he used his leg to kick it.
He kicked it.
Boy, he'd have been a great hockey goalie, wouldn't he?
Digger really upset because his team cannot get in the offense. Bradshaw is just all over the place. Have to isolate him somewhere. Get him down on the baseline so he can't get his hands going. Look at him. He's all over the place.
That's going up.
Jackson inside. He can't hit it. Rebound Woolridge. Paxson. Good, and it's 30-28. DePaul's lead cut to 2.
That's a smart move by Paxton. You got to run away from Bradshaw, occupy him, stay away from the ball. He'll turn his head eventually.
Bradshaw, he's hot. Not on that one. Woolridge with the rebound. Notre Dame can tie with a goal on this trip. 3 minutes left in the half.
Clyde Bradshaw plays a lot like Walt Frazier, who's at Southern Illinois, the Salukis, many years ago, obviously the New York Knickerbockers.
He's here in attendance today, Walt Frazier.
Oh, what a move.
Woolridge. And they say he traveled.
No, he kicked the ball that time. Cummings hit the ball and went off Woolridge's foot.
You know, that move that he's trying to make works nicely from the sidelines, but to try to go from the top of the key down through the pipe, it's very tough.
Cummings scores, and a charge on Cummings. That'll be a big foul. That is Cummings' third foul. The basket is good.
Let's see if we see Randolph coming in. They probably need to get him out of there with just 2:32 to go, 2:37.
And a bonus in effect. So Notre Dame will shoot at the other end.
Yep. Tripucka smart, held his ground.
Cummings, his third.
And here comes Randolph in the ball game. Can't afford to pick up number 4 in this first half.
2:37 remaining before the intermission. We'll have highlights of that big upset, Arizona State against Oregon State. We'll have comments from both coaches as they critique my partners. And we'll also have a look at a scramble top 10. And about halftime, we should be getting the news from the NCAA headquarters, some of the pairings. We'll be sharing that with you in the second half. We'll have the complete pairings after the game.
That sign, Kelly Tripucka is an Irish social disease. Now, what kind of mind would draw that up on a Sunday morning? The guy's a great player and a real fine kid.
And he now has 11 points in the game. DePaul leads by 2.
Zone pressure, as you said, Allison, token. You don't want to get too tough with it. Bradshaw bust those 2 and get on through for an easy one. Aguirre's got him now. He's got Woolridge. There it is.
And Aguirre scores. He's unstoppable.
He is so strong, Dick. He put Woolridge on his back and just held him there.
What do you mean his back? His butt.
Aguirre has scored in double figures now, his 88th consecutive game. He started with a roar right here on NBC against UCLA. Oh, Woolridge, no basket. He traveled.
Orlando's trying to take it. Look at Aguirre coming over and shaking hands with him, saying that's a nice play anyways. You'll see him come across. Yeah, he took one extra step. And Mark Aguirre came over because he likes to see good plays too. There you go, Al. Watch
he goes up there. He comes up here for Big Daddy.
Man. Boy, that is some play. Just the athletic ability necessary to make that play something.
4:30, DePaul leads, less than 2 minutes remaining in the half. Aguirre, not there. Grubbs.
Oh, he came back under the rim.
No basket. Traveling was the call.
Even if it hadn't been traveling, I think they grabbed that ball while it was up there on that rim.
34-30. Notre Dame trails DePaul. 1 minute, 40 seconds left in the half.
Kind of funny they don't get that ball to Kelly some and make Aguirre work defensively because he get him in a little foul trouble.
That one was knocked away by Dillard, right back to Paxson, and he is fouled by Grubbs. First foul on Grubbs of DePaul.
Very fortunate that they got Cummings out of there fast enough that Grubbs picked up the foul.
Yep.
The booty and personal was on 34. Teddy Grubbs, his first.
Both head coaches, by the way, have books on the market. Ray Meyer's written by Jimmy Enright, called Ray Meyer, America's #1 basketball coach, has done very well, especially here in the Chicago area. Digger Phelps with a new book, Digger Phelps and Notre Dame basketball. He collaborated with Pat Scanlon, and both interesting reading. Paxson looking for his 8th point.
Averages a little bit over 36 minutes a game. Plays more time than anyone else on Notre Dame.
Aguirre with a rebound. DePaul's lead is 3.
Mark Aguirre gets 2 hands on the ball. You don't see many people yank it away, do you? He's trying to get Woolridge in that same position again, but Varner's helping him. There it is.
Aguirre again. Blocked by Woolridge. And a foul on Woolridge.
I don't know about that foul. Woolridge was right behind for is the 2 points. I think it was. Now here comes Aguirre over. He's playing diplomat today. Basket should not count. We'll see it right here. But look at how he holds off.
His third.
I guess he might have got him with the body afterwards, but he sure got that ball.
Mark Aguirre, a junior. It's generally understood this will be his last collegiate season, that he will go hardship in the NBA draft.
Al, you can see what he's doing. He's taking Woolridge up higher now and then just turning on him, which he puts him on his back. Somebody from Notre Dame's going to have to help from the weak side because you're going to have that all day long.
88 games, 88 times in double figures. First game against UCLA as a freshman. Remember, he hit 27.
Hard pressure up court. They make the mistake of putting the ball into Paxton's hands. Once he gets it, they'll break the press.
Oh, Clyde Bradshaw saw Varner. He just attacked him.
Jackson will shoot and hit. 36-33. Tracy Jackson connects. He has 5. Last minute of this half. 53 seconds. Randolph across to Bradshaw. Not there. Rebound Jackson. So the Irish can pull within 1. Oh, Bradshaw again. Here we go.
Mr. Fame.
That's the second time today that Bradshaw's had a 4-point turnaround.
Trapuka is fouled by Aguirre with the body. Third foul on Mark Aguirre.
Take him out of there, coach.
Even with 20 seconds left.
Get him out. Get him out right away.
As he'll try to take the ball to the hoop to pick up that offensive charge.
Personal was on 24.
Leading scorer in the game, Aguirre.
Yeah, you better believe in the second half if DePaul tries to go man-to-man, that Digger's going to attack Aguirre with Trapuka.
I think they're flirting with danger. Leaving Mark Aguirre in there, he can get called for a charging foul. He likes to go to the iron.
Meanwhile, Trapuka, the man they call the master of disaster on the South Bend campus. Trapuka, who has just been a solid 4-year star for Notre Dame. 38-34.
He's an unbelievable foul shooter. I think for his 4 years, he averages about 80%.
And he's 4 for 4 today. 38-35. Trapuka with 13 points.
A lot of time left. Bradshaw pretty smart.
Yeah, watch the conductor handle these last 15 seconds.
They've got Varner on him now. Boy, Ray Meyer would love to have Aguirre without those 3 fouls.
7-4 now. Seconds. 3, 2. It'll count if it goes. And that's the end of the first half as Randolph unable to hit the jump shot. 2 of the nation's best in this first 20 minutes. And at the intermission, Ray Meyer leaves with a 3-point lead. And here's the punctuation mark for DePaul in their comeback as the steal by Dillard and Aguirre wide open for the slam dunk.
We'll return in a moment to Phi Beta Classics on Classic Sports Network. This Classic Sports presentation is brought to you by Gateway 2000. Personalized computers shipped factory direct. Gateway 2000. You've got a friend in the business.
Ooh, a computer with the Intel Pentium 2 processor. You know it's fast, and you thought it was priced just out of your reach. Gotcha. Until now. The 1999 PC with the Pentium 2 processor from Gateway. Complete with 32 megs of RAM, 17-inch monitor, AGP graphics, and a whole lot more. Call us at 1-800-GATEWAY and we'll build one for you.
Mom's calling Enterprise Rent-A-Car because our car is sick.
Enterprise will arrange to pick you up,
Wow!
drive you to our place, and get you on your way.
Everybody loves to be picked up.
Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
Ever since I can remember, Jake did things his own way.
Nobody believed him when he said he was going to surf the mountain.
Snowboarding will never be as popular as skiing.
Yeah.
Why do I use a card? I spent my whole life doing things my own way. American Express never questioned it.
Merlin is my name.
Hey! Excuse me. I didn't conjure you up, I know. So I'm back.
Describe Las Vegas in 4 words.
Fantastic, colorful,
Exciting.
fairyland.
Do you like men in armor?
Somebody woke up on the wrong side of the magic carpet. Sorry I'm late.
Where have you been?
You wouldn't believe it.
Every time we come back, it's something new.
America's favorite playground.
Can I keep them?
Come on, give it up for Las Vegas!
Everybody plays at the College Football Hall of Fame. Enjoy the sights and sounds of the game. Test your skills in the training center. Encounter the heroes and the history of college football. Whether you're a die-hard fan or a casual spectator, there's something for everyone at the College Football Hall of Fame. Open 7 days a week in South Bend, Indiana. And be sure to visit the Hall of Fame on the web.
Drop in as Broadway Joe and Dick Schaap rap with the stars.
You make a pass and it's out of
The Joe Namath Show, tomorrow night at 8, Eastern and Pacific. Tune in and turn on, only on Classic Sports.
And now back to Phi Beta Classics on Classic Sports Network.
Same teams that started the game. Notre Dame with Woolrich jumping against Teddy Grubbs. DePaul leads 38-35. We open the second half here at the Horizon.
That's going to be a foul.
They're going to jump it again.
I thought he was going to call one on Woolrich. He came back with the arm. The toss was so high they kind of misleap.
Woolrich playing with 3 fouls. So is Aguirre and Cummings for DePaul. And Andre also of Notre Dame with 3 fouls. Woolrich way off the mark. Aguirre rebounds. 2-on-1 break. What a pass to Dillard. He scores! 9th assist of the game for Bradshaw.
Dick, I thought he had released that pass too early, committed too early. But the ability that Dillard has not only to catch that ball, but to use the left hand really helped. There's the zone. We thought they'd come out in the zone to stay out of foul trouble.
Jackson, it won't drop. Trapuka fights for the rebound, and he's fouled. Aguirre's 4th personal foul, and it comes just seconds into this second half.
Mark's going to ask to stay in the game. He's going to ask to stay in the game. He and Ray going to have a conversation here.
What do you do, Coach?
Take him out.
Got to take him out. There's one of your Cardinals. There's one of your Cardinals. You'll see it right here. Trapuka going to be at the right place at the right time. Aguirre knew it as soon as he committed. Look at, he's looking around for the official. Hey, he's staying him in. Staying in.
What happens a lot of times, and I always say ball plays after 3 in the second half. After 4, I let them play. But it's so early in the second half. What Digger Phelps will do now, DePaul will stay in the zone. He'll keep the action in whatever area of the zone that Mark Aguirre is playing in. So where you see Mark Aguirre defensively, you'll see Kelly Trapuka offensively.
Cummings rebounds for DePaul, and it's 40-36. That's the first miss by Trapuka at the line after 6 in a row.
But knowing Aguirre's style, I would expect him to be going to pick up the foul is to get it on a charging call. Takes away his ability to penetrate some.
Teddy Grubbs line drives it in there. And DePaul has a 6-point lead, 42-36, 8 points for Grubbs.
Now we had that little discussion before this on the show, which is the best front line in college basketball. Grubbs, Cumming, and Aguirre, and you picked out the North Carolina threesome of Worthy, Wood, and Perkins. So that's a tough choice to make.
There's the ever-present Bradshaw to knock it away from Jackson.
Notre Dame, don't fool around. Wherever Aguirre is, get the ball into that area. Create the foul. You cannot play it.
Hey, one! Paxson, the trigger man to Trapuka.
See, just standing there.
Andre goaltending on Cummings, and it's 42-38. Credit Andre with a goal.
And did you see Aguirre on that play? He was just standing there defensively, didn't even raise his hands.
Making no movement at all.
If you're curious, DePaul has been assigned a Mid-East berth and will play the winner of Creighton and St. Joseph's. DePaul will play the winner of Creighton St. Joseph's. We'll give you Notre Dame's matchup in a moment. DePaul has been seeded number 1. Notre Dame will play the winner, and they're in the East, of the Georgetown James Madison opening round game. Foul on Grubbs for pushing. Notre Dame seated number 2 in the East, and the interesting thing about Notre Dame's position, if they win, UCLA is also in the East, and UCLA wins, they're destined to meet each other, UCLA and Notre Dame, for the 3rd time this year. That's a possibility.
What I would do in this situation, I'd move Dillard on the baseline and move Mark Aguirre up front.
Play him out on the point.
In the zone,
yeah.
Tripucka, he scores.
Oh, Ray almost going to have to make the decision to take him out because their defense is 0.
Tripucka leads the Irish with 16, and Notre Dame is pulled within 2.
I think we missed the last foul, fellas. I think the last foul was on Cummings. That'd be 4. Is that right, Dick? Will you check that, please?
Cummings fouls. He has 3.
All right, I'll draw.
Rebound Diller. Off to Cummings.
That's too hard.
Woolridge rebounds for the Irish, and now they have a chance to tie it up.
Boy, he put it up there so hard, he just didn't relax. He got hit right in the Adam's apple, trying to get his breath now. That being Cummings.
Jackson. Rebound nicely by Aguirre, and then he threw it away, trying to save it along the baseline. Remember, Aguirre, the All-American, playing with 4 fouls.
Dick, here's where I think in the game of basketball, particularly when you don't have a defense, it'd be nice if the rule was changed so that if a man committed his 6th foul, it would be automatically 2 or 3 fouls, an extra foul, but you could keep him in the game. I think that, again, would help spread around the talent in the country.
Tripucka ties it up at 42.
That way a coach could leave a guy in the game, they just penalize him for 1 more foul shot each time.
What's happening here, Aguirre stopped playing defensively, but he hasn't been playing offensively either.
Grubbs way outside to rattle it in. 44-42 DePaul. Grubbs has 10.
That's not an accident. I see Grubbs scored 28 points as a freshman against UCLA.
And he likes that baseline angle.
That's his ballpark. That's his blacktop.
Now they've changed their zone again. They have Grubbs playing out on the point. They're playing a 2-3. Now they're playing a 1-2-2.
Jackson is open and scores to tie it at 44. So they took it to Aguirre, who had to back off. And as soon as they got in his area, the quick feed by the Irish into Jackson.
Excellent coaching here by Digger.
Grubbs knocked away by Paxson, and he's caught with a foul on the wrist. That's his 3rd.
That was a tickle foul.
Yep, they're calling them awful tight. They really are.
Well, Al, you made the point. As you get into the tournament, you better practice your free throws because you're liable to get faster whistles. I liked your point, too, in Inside Sports, the current edition, where you talk about scouting the actual floor itself to find the soft spots, and that's where you want to pressure the poor dribbler.
Most of your regionals are in courts and municipal stadiums, so they're dropped down on the floor, and there's weak spots inside the court where the sections meet each other, and the ball does not come back off the dribble strong.
Grubbs. Teddy Grubbs, he could be the key to DePaul's tournament.
Well, they're getting by with 5 minutes, still hanging on to the lead, and Aguirre really hasn't been in this second half at all, even though he's on the floor.
Aguirre back on the far side in the zone for DePaul. Jackson, and can't hit it. Tripucka can, and it's tied at 46. Tripucka with 20 points.
Any rebound on the Notre Dame board here, if they get the ball, it's automatic too, because Cummings can't foul and Mark Aguirre can't foul.
And the back line's really soft.
Aguirre, he contributes at the other end. It's 48-46. Aguirre with 16.
Well, he can only contribute from the perimeter, because I think if he starts driving towards the basket, subconsciously be thinking maybe he'll charge. And they'll be sitting next to the great coach, Ray Meyer.
Now they're in Aguirre's area. Tripucka, not there. Aguirre to Bradshaw, 2-on-1.
A little tight.
Oh, what a tip by Cummings!
You know what was unusual for Notre Dame there? They only had 2 guys back. DePaul had 4 down there. Normally Notre Dame gets back very well on transition.
Take your time. I would put Woolridge next to Aguirre rather than Andre.
That's right, because he's an offensive threat.
Yeah.
50-46. DePaul leads it. Oh, Dillard with a gamble. Knocked away. Grubbs and Jackson will jump it.
How about this, Billy? How about DePaul holding the ball when they get it?
Oh, yeah.
They got a 4-point lead. If they stay with a 4-point lead the next time down, maybe ice the ball for a couple of minutes.
Shorten the game.
Because the more you eat up the clock, the better shape the ball is in.
There's Aguirre triggering the fast break. Bradshaw looking off. Paxson couldn't score, but watch Cummings hammer it home.
We'll return in a moment to Phi Beta Classics on Classic Sports Network.
Mom's calling Enterprise Rent-A-Car because our car is sick.
Enterprise will arrange to pick you up,
Wow!
drive you to our place, and get you on your way.
Everybody loves to be picked up.
Pick Enterprise. We'll pick you up.
You protected your face all night. Why stop in the locker room? The Norelco Reflex Action Razor. Anything closer could be too close for comfort.
Hello there. I'd like to welcome you to Psychic Talk USA.
What happened to you when you were 7 years old, sweetheart?
What happened to me when I was 7?
Yeah. What happened to you with your mom when you were 7?
She sent me to my father.
Yeah. That was a hard thing for you, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Are you astounded by what this woman has just told you? Did you think that anyone knew that but you and your mother and your father?
Yeah. No, nobody knew it. She couldn't have known it.
You got a move coming up, a career move coming up for you.
Yeah, I'm getting ready to move overseas.
Well. Yeah, I feel the same way you do. I want to get you involved right now. Yeah, I'm talking about you. So I want you to pick up your phone and call us right now. By calling right now, we promise you 10 minutes with our expert psychics at no cost to you at all. I mean, it's free. It's our treat. So why don't you call us now?
Call in now. Everyone will get to talk to their psychic for a full 10 minutes. This one's free, so don't miss it. Dial right now.
Call 1-800-917-9199.
We asked some of Hollywood's hottest stuntmen to try Degree.
What's body heat activate?
As your body heat rises, Degree releases extra protection when you need it most.
I heated up and it cooled me down. I was on fire and I was dry.
Body heat activated Degree. Your body heat turns it on.
To study years gone by, you could watch Truman's surprise win over Dewey in 1948. Or check out the surprise win of the Miracle Mets in the 1969 World Series. You could study Nixon's near-perfect sweep in the 1972 election. Or watch total perfection as the 72 Dolphins become the NFL's only undefeated team. If you see history a little differently, watch the Classic Years in Sports, Sunday and Thursday at 7, only on Classic Sports Network. And now back to Phi Beta Classics on Classic Sports Network.
The top 10 of this previous week. But Oregon State lost, LSU lost, Virginia lost, the bottom 4, Kentucky, Iowa, Utah, Tennessee, all tasted defeat. Only 3 of the top 10 survive. And DePaul is in quite a match today. Leading 50-46, they control the tap. Now let's see if they take a little time off that clock.
Mark Aguirre with 4 fouls, Cummings with 3.
Dillard. And it's Woolridge with the boards for Notre Dame.
Notre Dame playing a straight zone that time. DePaul just trying to shoot by the perimeter type shot. You live by that sword, you die by the sword. They haven't gotten the ball inside at all because of the foul trouble.
Change, Andre and Woolridge.
Andre over Cummings, and it's Aguirre, and who fouled? Andre, his 4th. So Andre, the first Irish player with 4 fouls. We'll see if Joe Klein comes in for Digger Phelps. Well, between the two of them, they've averaged about 24 minutes a game. Andre getting 13 and Klein getting 10, so that's really not a big factor.
Now, it's not a major decision because it's a pushing ability, just about. Andre give the edge to because of the southpaw, Klein's only a break.
Aguirre, he wanted that one. He's short. Woolridge with another board. He's played a solid game.
See, they're to get nothing but perimeter shots, so no inside game. And very difficult to play a team as good as Notre Dame and not have an inside game.
When you see the baseline again, watch where Mark Aguirre is. You put Woolridge where Andre is. Woolridge should be there. He's more effective offense.
Nice passing.
Kapuka sets up Jackson. Quite a feed. It's 50-48. 9 points for Jackson.
But so many times when a guy goes up for a jumper, the defensive people all turn their head anticipating he's going to shoot it. And he dumps it inside.
Cummings can't connect. Bradshaw saves it for Dillard.
Saves it with grace.
You're watching it from the angle at which we do the game, right from courtside, as Dillard misses. Aguirre way out of the picture. Bradshaw scores!
Everybody on Notre Dame's club expected him to put that back up. He looked like he was going to wheel and come back outside.
No emotion. He plays so smooth.
8 points now for Clyde Bradshaw. Traveling against Trapuka. Now DePaul with a 4-point lead, and here's that play by Bradshaw.
See, everybody anticipated and just got soft. All of a second, they said, oh, he'll dribble it back out, and he turned right back on him. He's having one of the best days we've seen a guard have all year.
Bradshaw.
Dwyer trying to get loose inside. He's got to be real.
Now they're playing a diamond one now. 1-2-1 with man-to-man on Aguirre.
Grubbs. Not there. Trapuka ripping down the rebound.
Well, he got that walk back, didn't he?
Woolridge. Yeah, beautiful lob shot over Cummings. He had to raise it a little higher and softly dropped it home.
Acrobatic.
How about the jump stop, not to draw the charge?
12 minutes left in the game. DePaul 52, Notre Dame 50. Aguirre with Jackson. Not
Jackson,
there.
Good job by Jackson.
Grubbs with a rebound and a foul on Trapuka. His first.
Kelly plays so hard. He's so intense. The whole game when he's out there, he's giving 110%.
Following a great family tradition, his father Frank, of course, the quarterback of the Irish, who were ranked number 2 back in the late 1940s under Frank Trapuka's leadership.
We'll return in a moment to Phi Beta Classics on Classic Sports Network.
We all inhabit a place that frankly gets on our nerves. We gotta get out of that place. And a celebrity cruise can get us out of that place. Celebrity Cruises, exceeding expectations. Awarded 5 stars by Fieldings and the top premium cruise line rating by Berlitz.
You protected your face all night. Why stop in the locker room? The Norelco Reflex Action Razor. Anything closer could be too close for comfort.
The senator from New Jersey, number 24, Bill Bradley.
Well, the first year in the league was a very difficult year for me. I was too slow to play guard. I couldn't get my shots. I couldn't get over the picks. And the public reacted very negatively. There were many nights when I would leave the court to people throwing coins at me and spitting at me.
I felt sorry for him when he came in, all the hype. When he took off his warm-up, everybody was looking for a big S on his chest.
And I came in and I was an utter failure. So I kind of had to hunker down and rededicate myself, say I was going to solve this through more work. And that was the beginning of a whole new life. So I wanted to make sure that I made it or didn't make it in the NBA because I had made sure I put in the effort.
Well, I'm a career development counselor in New York, and a couple of my students came back to me, okay, and said, Mr. Archibald, and they were talking about the 80 series that Classic Sports had on. I saw you had an afro, you had these little teeny shorts. I didn't know you played with Larry Bird. I would tell them, and hopefully everybody's listening, watch Classic Sports.
And now back to Phi Beta Classics on Classic Sports Network.
Rebel inbounding the ball, and finally to Cummings.
Straight man.
Villanova, despite that defeat, made it into the tournament, by the way. We'll have all the pairings for you after the conclusion of the game. Aguirre gives DePaul a 4-point lead again. He has 18.
Andre should have just worked on the body, trying to get the charge, not try to block the shot.
get the ball into the area where Mark McGuire is playing inside the zone.
Even put Kelly Trapuka down there, because he's got the quickness of the
There he is
moves.
against Aguirre.
The Aguirre didn't even guard him.
Trapuka tips in his own missed shot, and it's 54-52.
He'll score each time because he's not going to guard you.
22 for Trapuka, the game's top scorer.
Last time they met each other, Kelly got 26, Mark Aguirre got 26. Notre Dame won 76-74.
Bradshaw loops one in, and it's 56-52. Bradshaw with 10.
He's putting people to sleep out there. Some of those moves.
Now Jackson with Aguirre. Paxson, Trapuka wide open.
3 seconds.
Now the turnover gives it to DePaul. That's Joe Meyer, Ray's son, sitting to the left. I know a lot of folks have been confused. Ken Cerubi is the other assistant for Ray Meyer. Joe Meyer, who will take over the reins here at DePaul when Papa Ray retires, but that won't be this year nor next year. Ray says he'll be back.
I think Joe Meyer will be receiving Social Security before he gets to
Bradshaw!
Bradshaw scores again.
He's just going right inside the zone. Digger Phelps wants a timeout, and he's hot.
And look at this crowd celebrating. They're on their feet.
Right down the middle of the zone.
We'll return in a moment to Phi Beta Classics on Classic Sports Network.
We all reside in a place where people can reach us at 3 in the morning. We gotta get out of that place. And a celebrity cruise can get us out of that place. Celebrity Cruises, exceeding expectations. Awarded 5 stars by Fieldings and the top premium cruise line rating by Berlitz.
You get 2 personal days.
Sure I can't get you to stay? Thanks.
6 holidays. 10 vacation days. But only one, life. Maybe that's why 47 million Americans decided to write their own employee handbook. Smith Corona, the things you need for the way you want to work.
If I ran the post office, there'd be a way to send paperwork and merchandise overseas that gets attention. Something that says, open me. I'm important. But it's gotta save money, real money. And go to all my key markets. Plus it would have value, be reliable, and fast.
Global Priority Mail. It's happening at your U.S. Postal Service. We deliver.
Most low-price computer ads include legal type, like this, to let you know about all the wonderful things you won't be getting with your computer. Now this system includes everything you need to get started: printer, monitor, and software. It's only $14.99 plus shipping and tax. And best of all, it's from Gateway. Gateway computers feature Intel Pentium processors. Call us at 1-800-GATEWAY and we'll build one for you.
They were one of the greatest teams in football history, a dynasty lasting 9 seasons. Who is this legendary powerhouse?
Hi, I'm Tom Brookshire. And I'm Pat Summerall.
Every Wednesday night, review a classic week of games from the 1960s and 70s as Pat and Tom profile the toughest matchups and key players. Plus,
we'll be showing you all the best pro football action. I'll say no more.
Watch This Week in Pro Football, Wednesday at 10, only on Classic Sports.
And now back to Phi Beta Classics on Classic Sports Network.
That's better. They got Kelly Trapuka down low now. That's what they want. Keep him in Mark McGuire's area. That's all she wrote. Every time he gets the ball, it should be 2.
Exactly 10 minutes left. 10 minutes. Paxson over Cummings, and Cummings rebounds, and the foul is on Trapuka. His second.
Boy, Cummings is so strong in there. He cleaned house. He had Andre on him, he had Trapuka on him, and still got the ball. Here you see Mark Aguirre lets him go right by. Now watch Cummings. Goes up for the block. Now watch him bounce the second time. Comes right back up off the floor in between Andre and DePaul. Fine rebound.
And Mark Aguirre staying out of traffic.
Yeah, he's 15 feet away from the action.
Leading by 6, DePaul with the ball. Bradshaw
being played by Varner now.
Aguirre open. DePaul leads 60 to 52.
Need a basket right here, Notre Dame.
Digger Phelps made an emotional substitution, getting Woolridge out of the game because he turned his back on his zone. He's coming right back in because Varner can't handle Aguirre.
Trapuka, tough luck. It wouldn't drop. Here comes Bradshaw. Dillard.
Sorry.
And Jackson rebounds for Notre Dame, and the Irish are on the run. Paxson. Jackson. Wow! By Grubbs.
Teddy Bear get up that time.
Varner misses. Jackson again. Look at Aguirre. Oh, Jackson missed an easy shot. Out of bounds to Notre Dame.
You know what's happening, Dick and Billy? When a fella gets the ball near Aguirre, they're rushing it too much offensively. When they get it, they should be very patient, move closer to him, give a hate fake, keep faking to you, make him commit, otherwise take the layup. Yeah, they're rushing it too fast.
And they're going away from him, you know, as opposed to taking the ball right at his body because you know he's not going to commit.
Digger Phelps there taking that yellow sheet of paper out of his vest pocket. That's his game plan.
Might be calling a football play.
Varner, 8:40 left in the game. Notre Dame with the ball, but trailing by 8 points.
Got Trapuka down on him now. They just get the pass in there.
A lot of traffic.
There he is. Oh,
almost stolen by Cummings, and Dillard ties him up.
You know, talking about that, Alan, we realize we might be beating a dead horse a little bit, but if they would start the ball and swing it and then take Trapuka over there so that he's coming to the ball where Aguirre is instead of going away from him.
You know what I think should happen now, Billy? I think they should retool it. Forget it. Forget Aguirre.
Can't get him out of it.
Yeah, just play your regular game.
As Grubbs.
Try to get him out. It hasn't worked. Let's go back to our regular game and attack him.
He's gone about almost 12 minutes now without picking up that fifth.
Aguirre picked up his 4th foul just seconds into this second half, and now there's 8 minutes left in the game. Aguirre!
Oh!
That's DePaul's biggest lead. 62-52, and they're celebrating at the horizon.
When you make one really clean, the net comes right back up through the rim. Watch this. Boing.
Watch him tippy-toe. Look at him tippy-toeing here. Tippy-toeing through the tulips.
8 minutes left. Notre Dame, they led by 10 in the first half before DePaul ran off 13 in a row.
All they need is a basket. There's a lifetime left.
Paxson is wide open, and he pulled it up short. Out of bounds to Notre Dame. Dillard could have taken the ball, elected not to go after it.
He wasn't quite sure. I thought it might get off his finger. Al, is there anybody else that could play Notre Dame in Chicago and not have the crowd?
No, because Chicago has such a great subway alumni from Notre Dame. But there's 14,000 season ticket holders here from DePaul. This is not a neutral court. This is DePaul's home court. They play every game here. They lost one to Old Dominion, the only game they lost this year. They won 54 out of the last 55 home games.
Stolen by Trapuka, 2-on-2. Look at him go to the hoop.
Big basket, big.
It's another one of those 4-point potential turnarounds. Cummings putting the ball on the ground, got him in trouble.
Trapuka with 24 to lead all scorers. 7 minutes left. Inside, Aguirre.
He walked and came back down. Bradshaw with another steal.
Took it right out of Trapuka's hands.
Aguirre had actually walked in that play.
Traveling on Aguirre on this occasion.
Yeah. Well, maybe a little makeup there.
Mark, baby, a little bit too much French pastry that time.
Ray wants to let him know about it, too.
Ray and I are from the same school.
Watch this one from the end as Aguirre, that back man in the zone, and there's another steal and a foul on Trapuka.
Well, he's third.
You know, for his size, he's tremendously quick. Ray's going to call a timeout and maybe change his offense. Go, maybe slow it down a little bit now.
Timeout, DePaul.
We'll return in a moment to Phi Beta Classics on Classic Sports Network.
Watch Classic Sports. It's the greatest of all time.
My cable company just picked it up. You'll come over.
Cool.
And this time, bring chips.
I'm calling my cable company. I gotta get Classic Sports, and you can't stop me.
Classic Sports, Classic Sports.
Yes, we just got Classic Sports. We got it.
Hey, all these guys get it.
So don't leave your friends out in the cold. Spread the word about Classic Sports Network today.
Nick, there is still one missile left. You must get to it before the others do.
It's a 200-horsepower engine, too audacious to be kept secret. It's advanced climate control, engineered to keep you cool no matter what kind of pressure you're under. Son's birthday. It's the TL from Acura. The true definition of luxury. Yours.
Still shaving with blades? We know how you feel about that. The Norelco Reflex Action Razor. Anything closer could be too close for comfort.
It has a lubricating comfort strip, and for a lot of guys, that's not much comfort. The Norelco Reflex Action Razor. Anything closer could be too close for comfort.
It's Wednesday night, and Classic Sports has got football. Football. Did I mention football? It's NFL night, a classic evening of hard-hitting action that'll jog your memory and put a smile on your face. It's Wednesday night, where classics like Broadway Joe and Old Man Willie stampede over the frozen tundra of football, past and present. It's the answer to every pigskin prayer and divine light of gridiron glory. It's NFL night at the Classics every Wednesday at 8.
Brought to you by EA Sports. This is NBA Live 98 with Mel Mutombo. Dikembe, how do you let up a big guy?
Dunk on him.
What if they bring Twin Towers?
Dunk on both of them.
Triple team?
Dunk on all of them.
Okay, Nate.
My landlord wants to raise my rent.
Give them a dunk.
And my mechanic's ripping me off.
Dunk on everyone.
Any questions? 1-888-MY-HOUSE. The answer is done. 360s, tomahawks, alley-oops. Did you need that rim? NBA Live 98, the ultimate judge. EA Sports. It's in the game.
You're watching Phi Beta Classics on Classic Sports Network.
Back at the horizon where second-rated DePaul, with Oregon State losing last night, the Blue Demons realized a win over the Irish today would conclude a outstanding year, and they'd be ranked #1. And they have an 8-point lead over tough Notre Dame. The Irish have played 3 top-rated teams in the last year. At the end of last season, the last regular season game, they beat DePaul, then ranked #1, in double overtime. And then this year, they beat Kentucky when they were #1, and then, of course, the game you saw here 2 weeks ago, Virginia, when they were unbeaten and #1.
Let's see what the strategy is.
You know, Digger came out man-to-man because he thought they were going to hold it.
Cummings wide open. Another assist for Bradshaw.
Good blindside pick. Came off the weak side of the court, lost his man.
Well, everybody is so concentrating on what Aguirre's doing that Aguirre created a great screen there. They're still playing the same zone, 2-1-2. Trapuka.
Jackson with a great rebound. Oh, Cummings.
Oh, he put it back in his face that time. Tracy Jackson really went upstairs for his rebound.
You know, in this particular zone, what's so tough, too, with Grubbs playing up on the point, he's a good shot blocker. He can stay away from a small guard and still get to him.
Notre Dame trailing by 10 with the ball. Less than 6 minutes left.
Now they got Orlando in the right spot.
Missed it. Corner missed it.
They got him in the right spot. There it is.
Aguirre steals it.
Oh, with danger.
Now you made a good point. Sometimes you try so much to get a guy out of the game that before you know it, you've wasted 8 minutes, he's still in there, and you're out of your offense.
Aguirre setting up Grubbs. And DePaul has his biggest
Teddy Grubb clotheslines that shot each time. That's no elevation.
There he is. Here's the one that he just had where they had Woolridge on his hip. He reached in there, got all ball, and then those great hands that he's got, able to throw it back in bounds.
Well, they're meat hooks, those hands.
Soft and yet so strong.
DePaul with great balance. Aguirre 22, Grubbs 14, Bradshaw 12, Cummings 10, and Dillard 8 points. Sluby with the ball into the game for the first time for Notre Dame, freshman from Washington, D.C. The Irish need some instant scoring. Trapuke inside.
That's a reach.
Foul on Grubbs before the shot. Third on Grubbs.
But Trapuke took that thing in there so well. He's now playing up on the point. He can get the shot off against Grubbs on the point.
The Irish have lost only 4 games this year. First game of the year at UCLA 94-81. Then they lost a 1-pointer to the Bruins. Lost to Marquette by 2, and in overtime to San Francisco by 3.
Well, 2 of those losses at UCLA, that could be a matchup in the tournament, as you pointed out. They're kind of unusual they'd have to play somebody that early.
Much like UCLA and DePaul matched up last year. Inside Sluby over Cummings to score. He's a good-looking freshman.
And strong, big legs from Washington, D.C.
5 minutes left. DePaul by 10.
I thought they'd occupy a little clock anyway, Al. Doesn't look like that's the case.
Oh, Aguirre lucky to get that one back.
There are 5 personal fouls on Notre Dame, so they can give 1 more before DePaul goes to the 1-on-1.
DePaul has committed only 3 team fouls. Into Dillard.
Oh, it went!
No basket. No basket.
That shot went in. I think he was just throwing it up in the air for a prayer. But that picks up another foul. Takes it to 6. Next one will be 1-on-1, right?
Now every time you go to the line, you get 1-on-1. That ball hit nothing but net. No backboard, no rim.
Foul was on Tracy Jackson, his first foul. Cummings around Woolridge.
Get that man, the man out of bounds.
Traveling is the call.
He has a tendency to do that when he puts the ball on the floor because he tries to gather himself. I don't understand, to be quite honest with you, why he's going in there anyway. Now they need to start thinking about the clock some.
Yeah, Ray had a 10-point lead. He should have what we call milk the clock. He should have got the clock under 4 minutes before they go for the shot.
The ball was kicked by Grubbs.
And let me explain this. The milking the clock is when you take it by the minute each time you get it. Then you go to what you call a delay. A delay, you take a 90% shot. Then you go to a freeze. That means you don't take any more shots. You play against the clock.
See the time. Top of your screen. 4:20 left. Notre Dame trailing by 10. Paxson open over Aguirre. Oh, what a rebound by Grubbs. And a foul on Trapuke for reaching in his 4th.
Dick, one of the things that a lot of coaches do by putting a man at the top of the key, like they have Grubbs in this 1-2-2 zone, it's a great rebounding position because the big guy can come right down the lane, very difficult to block him out, and he has a perfect view of the rebounding position.
Well, one of the key plays, and I disagree with it, the old Fox, Ray Meyer, kept in his small aircraft carrier, Mark Aguirre, after about 4 fouls, 5-10 seconds into the second half. That's why he's around so long. That's why he stood the test of time. He knows what he's doing.
Grubbs unable to hit. Rebound Sluby. And a foul on Cummings. That'll be his 4th. So Cummings has 4. Aguirre has 4 for DePaul.
And still no attempt whatsoever to take a little time off the clock.
Trapuke and Andre, 4 each for Notre Dame.
For the Fighting Irish, 34.
4 minutes, 9 seconds left. The Irish with a quick hoop here.
But what DePaul should do, they got 2 fouls to give. They should get fouls up court here, as long as they're not 2-shot fouls.
Varner open to take the shot. Now he will. Rebound Aguirre.
The DePaul zone was giving up something, and what they wanted to give up, make sure Jackson and Trapuke didn't get that outside shot. That left Varner wide open.
They'll spread it out.
And a timeout called by DePaul.
We'll return in a moment to Phi Beta Classics on Classic Sports Network.
It's challenging. That's what I love about it. I trust my instincts.
It's different running your own business.
My work is everything. It's pure adrenaline.
Every decision comes down to you. It takes confidence. It gives me a sense of pride.
It calls on resources you never knew you had. Like the gold corporate card from American Express.
Call now and apply right over the phone.
Because control is in the details. You get quarterly reports by category.
Simplifies bookkeeping.
Small business savings like 3% off mobile gas, 10% off UPS overnight delivery, up to 15% off Hertz, and up to 25% off Hilton hotels.
It adds up.
And we put your company's name on the card because you are the company.
I like what it says about
People recognize it. It's the best card to have.
Every day, more than 1 million small business owners rely on the corporate card. See how it can help you.
It's hard to do business without it.
Call 1-800-SUCCESS now.
We'll take your application right over the phone.
The Gold Corporate Card. Let American Express give your business the power to do more.
41 quick on 3. Break.
On Wednesday nights, we're bringing it back. The Mayhem. The Men. The Myths. The games you'll never forget.
All the pairings for you right after this game. Trapuka. He's had a big game, and you gentlemen pointed it out in the tough ones. Trapuka is always outstanding. 26 points today. Bradshaw.
Oh, it's got to be a walk. Yep. Now you can fall down, but if you start trying to get an advantage getting back up, they're called a walk every time.
And so it is. Notre Dame on the turnover, trailing by 9.
He must have just tripped over there. He didn't even have any body contact.
Big basket right here, gang.
Duke is hoping if they can get it over there. He wants it to be swung back around. Jackson will shoot it and hit it. 67-60 the score. 2.5 minutes left.
Paxson doesn't have a man. Now he's got a big man down there in Cummings. See if Cummings trying to get the switch. He made the switch.
Ball needs a little bit more movement out there. He's starting to stand around.
2 minutes and 13 seconds left. DePaul by 7. Woolridge knocks it away, but doesn't save it. He hit the sidelines with his foot.
The official looked out on the court, and when he did, Digger Phelps was on the playing floor. It almost shocked him.
Digger Phelps was looking over his right shoulder. So that had to be a good call because Digger didn't say anything at all.
For the Fighting Irish 34, Bill Garner re-enters the lineup.
Tennessee Chattanooga 59. Appalachian State 55, a score we didn't get in at halftime. That's for the Southern Conference. Tennessee Chattanooga beating Appalachian.
Oh, good double team here. 10 seconds. Got it.
Under 2 minutes left. 1:57. DePaul leads by 7. Aguirre winding up. Oh!
He wanted that bad.
What happened is Jackson and Woolridge bumped into each other.
Trapuka.
Walk. He walked when he got fouled. The foul's been already called. Got fouled first.
Teddy Grubbs fouled in his 4th. Mark Aguirre. Here he is, his last home game as a collegiate. He's a man.
You'll see the two guys they knocked each other down right there in the center of the court. Nobody picked him up. He strolled it on in.
Mark Aguirre. I'm going to make it to heaven, light up the sky like a flame. I'm going to live forever. Baby, remember my name. Fame.
From Fame, a great motion picture.
You know, our guys only had about 4 different angles on that shot. What if we could call for the 5th one, Kenny? From the roof.
Ray Meyer. It's amazing. He had some great teams, of course, in the George Mikan era back in the mid-40s. And then there were some very lean seasons for Ray Meyer and DePaul. We had losing years. And here he is, late in his basketball life, a grand man enjoying his finest years and the glory that's come with it. I mean, he is a hero in this town.
Chicago, he's the man. Shoulder town.
69-60, DePaul leading. Notre Dame with the ball. Tracy Jackson. Rebound. Grubbs loses it to Trapuka, and Grubbs, no foul. Woolridge inside, foul.
That's all for Aguirre.
He should get a great ovation as he goes out. Mark Aguirre. He lives with his average 24 points for Aguirre. Played most of the second half, 4 fouls. Woolridge makes the first shot.
Dick, you know, with all the talk about him leaving after this year, you know, he's looking up that clock. He may be, you know, he knows exactly what he's going to do at this point in his life. He may be saying this is the last time I'll play before the home crowd here. He's really emotional.
Man. He's an emotional man.
He's full of tears right now, yep.
Look at him standing on the sidelines. Smart play by Grubbs.
Going to have to come out and foul him now. I don't think they'll go for the basket unless it's a chippy.
7-point lead, down to the 1-minute mark. We're in the final minute as Aguirre watches as a fan. Wonder what's going through his mind now.
Yeah, look at him cheering for Bradshaw right behind him.
Bradshaw inside is fouled.
I feel it coming together. You ain't seen nothing yet. There he is, Mr. Payne.
All right, now let's talk about the emotion of these two teams. One going to be the loser, obviously, Notre Dame. What do you think, Al? What do you think this does for them going into the playoffs?
Yeah, it'll hurt him a little bit going into the playoffs. But I think Digger is so set on playoffs. He's tournament hard. He has them ready. His whole season is pointing towards the playoffs. He wanted to play his last game of the year on the road to get ready for the NCAA. So Notre Dame's going to be very, very tough. They're one of the top 10 teams in the country.
Remember Mark Aguirre last year, Al? You and I saw him outside Arizona State's arena. He was crying, standing alone. He had lost to UCLA. And here those same emotions, but in victory. As he feels the joy that comes with the victory, and at the same time, the sentiments of perhaps playing his game at home. Here's Bradshaw to Randolph. Yes!
Boy, Bradshaw put that ball behind his back again. A great feed. He's been sensational today. Randolph almost slipped. There was the little touch foul. Look at Aguirre in the background.
He's cheerleading in the background. I remember in Tempe, Arizona last year when they blew that game. The sun was out, about 89 degrees. And it seemed so strange for a ghetto kid, a kid from Chicago, to be sitting on the steps there crying. It seemed so strange.
Here's Aguirre watching that play. He sees the steal, and now the feed to Randolph. Great work.
He's 30 pounds lighter now than he was then.
I think the U.S. Olympic experience was so important for him. Don't you think he learned to play as part of a great team? He didn't have to be the star.
I think we're going to see Clyde Bradshaw come out. You talk about an ovation.
And he is our most valuable player, $1,000 to DePaul University in the name of Clyde Bradshaw, our most valuable player today. The executive producer of NBC's college basketball is Don Ohlmeyer. Coordinating producer George Finkel. We'll give you the rest of the credits in a moment. Down to 30 seconds, Trapuka. Not there. 73-62.
Oh, look at the big guy.
Randolph loses it. Telecast of today's game has been produced by Ken Edmondson, directed by Harry Coyle, technical director Bill Tobey, associate director Randy Wands, production manager Jim Crawford, unit manager Jim Peterson, production associate Glenn Adamo. Great job, gentlemen. I think it visually was our best telecast of the year.
Thank you, Dick. Pleasure working with you.
Looking forward to the tournament with 12 seconds left. 73-64. Stay with us. We're going to have the pairings for you. Timeout Notre Dame.
The reason for that, Dick, I think Digger's going to now talk about the NCAA playoff. No, he's going to say, let's go right back out.
When I used to do in a situation like this, Billy, I tell my team, hey, look at this excitement here because we lost. Remember this. Don't let it happen in the NCAA.
Now we have a break in the action here at Chicago's horizon. I guess we're not going to have a break. We're going to go back to the action here with 11 seconds left.
The whole place is singing. The second city.
Foul is on Woolridge to stop the clock with 7 seconds remaining.
Al, how many nicknames do you have for Chicago? You give me Chi-Town, the second city, the shoulder bag city.
Shoulder City.
Shoulder city. What's that mean?
I'm not going to tell you, Billy, because you don't understand literature.
You know, I don't.
You don't. There's
How do
no
you
way.
spell literature?
I'm not going to give my...
L-I-T-A-T-U-R-E. Literature.
Oh, this place is rocking. This place is rocking. It's starting to spin.
They're number one.
Hey, this is college basketball.
Hey, enjoy it. You're number one.
Yep. That's where I picture earlier in the year, and inside sports, I put you number one.
That's right. You nailed that one. You'd like DePaul from the start, and now they're 5 games away. They've drawn a bye, has Notre Dame has as well. 5 games for these two teams, 5 more wins, and they are champions.
I like Oregon State too, Dick. They're good.
Randolph with a little frosting to make it a 10-point lead.
Look at Digger congratulating. Nice touch of class by Digger down there. Congratulating Clyde Bradshaw. Nice play.
Paxson for Notre Dame. Not there, and that's it. The ball game is over. DePaul and Mark Aguirre beat Notre Dame 74-64.
For the second year in a row, the DePaul Blue Demons finished the season as the #1 team in the country. And for the second year in a row, DePaul lost their first game in the NCAA tournament. This time, it was at the hands of the St. Joe's Hawks as an end-to-end rush in the game's final moments sent the Blue Demons packing and sent Chicago legend Mark Aguirre to the NBA. After the game, an emotional Aguirre took the game ball and threw it into the Miami River, distraught over the inglorious end to his illustrious college career. As for Notre Dame, they suffered a similar end to their postseason as BYU's Danny Ainge beat the Irish with a last-second scamper to the hoop. The 1981 NCAA championship would eventually be won by the Indiana Hoosiers, led by sophomore All-America Isaiah Thomas.